The walls of this house hum with a quiet satisfaction. I built this life, literally, from the ground up. Every corner, every brushstroke on the paintings that hang here tells a story of sacrifice and hard work. But a storm is brewing just outside these peaceful walls. My brother, the family's golden child, is back. And my parents are about to ask me to tear down everything I've built for him. It all started 7 years ago, at a family dinner that felt more like a tribunal. I was 20, buzzing with excitement. I'd just been accepted into a prestigious art school, a dream I nurtured since I could first hold a crayon. My brother, David, who was 22, had a dream of his own. He wanted to be a rock star. He just dropped out of college to focus on his band, and he needed funding for a van equipment and a move to the city. My dad cleared his throat that night, the sound echoing the finality of a judge's gavel. He looked at me, then at David. "We only have enough saved to support one dream right now," he announced. My mom nodded, her eyes already pleading with me. "Your art. It's a wonderful hobby, honey. But David's band, they have a real shot at making it big. This is his moment." They talked about practicality, about sure things versus long shots. My brother's confidence was a sure thing. My quiet passion was a risk. David, my charismatic, effortlessly charming brother, just smiled that winning smile of his, as if the outcome was already decided, and it was. I was told, not asked, to defer my dream. My art school savings were handed over to him. I was supposed to be the sensible one, the safety net. The first few years were the hardest. While David was posting pictures of gigs and parties, I was working 2 dead-end jobs. I'd come home, hands sore and back aching, and stare at a blank canvas, too exhausted to even pick up a brush. The dream felt like a ghost haunting my tiny rented room. But slowly, a flicker of defiance sparked within me. I started small. I bought cheap paints and canvases from a thrift store. I painted in the dead of night, fueled by coffee and a refusal to let my passion die completely. I began posting my work online. At first, it was just a few likes. Then a comment asking if a piece was for sale. That first sale, for just $50, felt like winning the lottery. It was a sign. I poured every spare dollar and every waking moment into my art. I learned about marketing, built a website, and started an Etsy shop. It was a slow, grueling climb. There were months I barely made rent, eating ramen noodles, so I could afford shipping supplies. All the while, the phone calls from David would come, never to ask how I was. Always with a casual, "Hey, can you spot me a couple hundred?" "The van broke down," or "We need new amps, just a little loan to tide us over." My parents would echo his requests. "He's so close, just help him out a little." Each time, I send the money, a knot of resentment tightening in my stomach. I was funding the dream I was forced to give up. 3 years ago, I finally saved enough for a down payment on a small plot of land and a fixer-upper house. It was a wreck, but it was mine. I learned plumbing from YouTube videos. I taught myself how to lay flooring. My online art business was finally thriving, orders coming in from all over the world. I had created my own success, on my own terms, in the house that I was rebuilding with my own 2 hands. Then 2 months ago, the dream collapsed, not mine, his. I got a frantic call from my mom. David's band had broken up. The lead singer and drummer got into a massive fight, and that was it. A week later, he showed up on my doorstep. The beat-up van, the one my art school money had paid for, was packed with his few belongings. He looked small. The rock star swagger was gone, replaced by the weary look of defeat. He was drowning in debt from years of chasing a fantasy. He's been staying with our parents ever since, and the pressure has been mounting. It culminated in another family dinner last Sunday, a chilling echo of the one 7 years ago. This time it was at my house. My home. They marveled at what I'd built, at the art on the walls. I thought, for a fleeting moment, that they were finally proud of me. I was wrong. After the plates were cleared, my dad started in. "We've been thinking," he said, his voice heavy with manufactured gravity. "Davis had a rough go." He needs a fresh start. A stable place to get back on his feet. My brother, sitting on the couch I'd reupholstered myself, finally spoke up. This place is great, he said, gesturing around my living room. It's way too big for just one person though. If I moved in, I could help out, you know? And maybe you could help me clear some of my debt. You're obviously doing well for yourself. The sheer entitlement knocked the air out of my lungs. My mother chimed in, her voice syrupy sweet. It's the perfect solution. You'd have company, and your brother would have a home. It's what families do for each other. They had planned this. It was an ambush. They saw my success not as something I had earned, but as a resource for him to plunder. I was silent for a long time, the voices in my head screaming. I looked at the calluses on my hands, a testament to years of hard labor. I thought of the nights I went to bed hungry, the social events I missed, the sheer unrelenting grind it took to get here. I remembered the sting of their dismissal 7 years ago, the casual way they had crushed my spirit for his benefit. They didn't see my sacrifice. They saw his failure, and their solution was to sacrifice me all over again. Finally, I found my voice. It was quiet, but it was as solid as the foundation of my house. No. The word hung in the air. My brother scoffed. No? What do you mean, no, after everything? After everything? I stood up, my whole body trembling with a cold, clear anger. Let me tell you about everything. Everything is the art school I never went to. Everything is the 2 jobs I worked until my body ached. Everything is every dollar I sent you, every late night I spent building a business from nothing because you were given the easy path and still failed. This house? This isn't a family asset. This is mine. I built it with a dream you all told me to throw away. You are not entitled to it. You are not entitled to 1 more cent of my money or 1 more second of my sacrifice. The fallout was immediate and explosive. I was selfish, ungrateful, cold-hearted. How could I turn my back on my own brother? My parents said they didn't raise me to be so cruel. They left that night, and I haven't heard from any of them since. A wall of silence has descended, thicker than any I could ever build. And as I stand here now in the quiet of my home, a part of me feels guilty, conditioned by years of being the good, sacrificial daughter. But a stronger part of me feels free. I chose my dream. I finally chose myself. Was I wrong to do that? I'll let you be the judge. Thanks for listening.